Hello my friends, today we will take a look at Insta360 One R 1-inch edition. I have already made a review of Twin Edition, concluding that the system offers very interesting and innovative features. In this video we will take a look at specifically at 1-inch mod, which promises the best image quality that you can have in this type of camera. One R always consists of three parts: the core, battery base and the mod. The most interesting mod for me personally, and the main reason why I'm interested in this system, is the 1-inch mod. As the name suggests, it uses 1-inch sensor combined with 14.4mm f3.2 lens. Action cameras usually use much smaller 1/2.3-inch sensor. Using larger sensor enables the camera to capture more light, higher dynamic range, and perform better in low light. In this case, it also has resolution of 18.9 megapixels or 5.3K. 1-inch mod is a bit larger and thicker than the other two mods. It is larger than Hero 8 or Osmo Action, but overall it is still a very small package. It has the slot for battery attachment on both sides, which means that you can mount the screen both ways. The lens cover has a thread, so it can be detached. That is necessary for mounting the 1-inch mod in the original housing. That is unfortunately one of the very few compromises with this modular design. As I mentioned, it uses 14.4mm full-frame equivalent lens, which means that it provides wider field of view than the 4K mod. 14.4mm is really wide and dramatic angle, and it gives you a lot of creative options. If you prefer narrower field of view, that is also possible, but I will talk about that later. Regarding the image quality, I will say right away that it is great. It is by far the best of all action cameras that I have ever tested. 5.3K video captures great amount of detail in combination with very decent lens. It can shoot 5.3K up to 30p. 4K is also available up to 60p, which is very impressive on any 1-inch sensor camera. Not even RX 107 can do that. Just like basically every consumer-oriented camera, it uses a lot of sharpening in normal color mode. Fortunately for more advanced users, there is an option to use lock color setting. Just like with the 4K mod, that one is fortunately not over-sharpened, and the image quality with this setting is excellent. It captures very impressive amount of dynamic range thanks to that larger sensor and better signal-to-noise ratio. The lock setting is properly flat, and with the 1-inch mod it is pretty close to the real lock capture. Lock setting gives you a lot of options for color grading and matching the footage with larger main production cameras. Official lookup table for the log is also available and it looks great. So if you just want to avoid the over-sharpening, you can use lock setting and the official LUT. As expected, with larger sensor and relatively wide aperture, it is also the best action camera for low-light shooting. I think that it is sufficient for interior shooting or shooting in the city during the night. It is a big step up over 1/2.3-inch sensor cameras, so we will get much better low light with 1-inch mod. Overall, One R with 1-inch mod is the best action camera in terms of the video quality. It can also shoot very impressive 18.9 megapixel stills. Thanks to that sensor and really good lens, it is actually very capable ultra-wide stills camera. Of course, it provides that ultra-wide field of view, so it is a good stills B camera if you have your 24-70 attached on the main camera. It provides almost the same convenience as the GoPro, but with significantly better image quality. That also makes it suitable to serve as a B camera for more advanced productions. As I've explained in my first 1R review, if you choose to shoot in .insv format, you will get some additional options for editing the footage on your smartphone or computer. First of all, you can choose the field of view, which is in my opinion more convenient than doing so before shooting. Because the 1-inch mod shoots 5.3K, even if you want to use linear or narrow field of view, the image quality is still very good. This is in my opinion one of the best features about the 1R. Second of all, you can use the flow state stabilization. With 4K mode, it was already the best internal stabilization that I have ever tested. It captures data from gyroscope and it uses those to stabilize the footage in the smartphone or in the computer. Because the 1-inch mod shoots wider footage than 4K mod, it is easier to stabilize and the footage is even smoother. Again, this is the most efficient and the most naturally looking stabilization that I've ever tested. If you want stabilized footage out of the camera, you can also shoot in .mp4, but that would be a shame because that flow state is great. There is one compromise with the 1-inch mod though. Because it uses large sensor with wide aperture, the hyperfocal distance is shorter than with 4K mod. The minimum focus distance is 1 meter, but I would say that it is acceptable at about 50 centimeters. That means that if you want to use it for vlogging, you have to hold it quite far from your face. I have covered the rest of the One R system in my first video about the Twin Edition, so here I will just mention the most important points. Probably the biggest compromise with this system is the small screen. 1.3-inch screen is okay for composing and bright enough, but judging the exposure is not great on this screen. The user interface is actually very good. Everything is easily accessible by the touchscreen despite its size. The smartphone app is very good. It also lets you change all of the important settings and you can also get full editing options. The main way to edit footage is the Insta360 Studio desktop app that I have already shown you in this video. The battery life is rated for 65 minutes of 5.3K video, which is in my opinion a good result, considering that the 1-inch sensor probably consumes a lot of energy. You can also get larger battery with integrated finger mount, which will last twice as long. To sum up, Insta360 One R 1-inch edition is definitely a step up in image quality in comparison with every other action camera. It is still a very small package, so we kind of don't have to choose between the image quality and the compact size. I especially appreciate the flow state stabilization and post-production options with .insv files. The main disadvantage or compromise is that minimal focus distance, which means that it is not so suitable for vlogging. The display is also quite small, which is the other compromise. Besides that, it is an excellent camera, and together with Osmo Pocket it is my most favorite small camera, so I highly recommend it. So that's it for this video, thank you for watching, I hope that you liked this video and that you found it to be useful. Stay tuned for more videos and maybe consider subscribing if you don't want to miss my future content. I appreciate your feedback in form of thumbs up or thumbs down. If you would like to ask anything or share your opinion, please do so in the comment section and see you next time.